Hey guys, so I kind of know nothing about putting on makeup. I noticed that this red mark on my face. I don't know if I got sunburned or something. It doesn't feel like I'm sunburned, but I don't know. I tried to cover it up with some makeup. It didn't look good. I know nothing about that. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about this new 2x2 I got. Now you might have seen my video about this on Colorful Pockets, which I actually haven't made yet as of the time I'm recording this, but will have made by the time you're watching this, and you'll have seen it already if you watch that channel. This is a magnetic 2x2 from the Cubicle. It's a Guoguansheng or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. And personally, I really like this thing. It's so much fun to use. It's just super fluid and smooth, and all the turns work really well and stuff like that. There is a thing about this, and this is most good 2x2 solvers say that magnetic cubes aren't good because they physically slow down your turning, and well, with 3x3 it also physically slows down your turning to have magnets, but on 2x2 it's so much more important because on 2x2, if it costs you 0.01 seconds, sure, maybe it prevents some lockups, but on 2x2, 0.01 seconds could easily be the difference between a world record single and not a world record single. On 3x3, there's so many more chances during a solve for lockups that it ends up saving you more time than it costs you, but on 2x2, it costs you more if it slows you down on a particularly easy solve. So even though with magnets, maybe you're a little bit more stable with your 2x2 solving, maybe your average goes down a bit, a lot of people don't like using them because they can hurt you on those world record potential solves. Now, even though I know that it might not be as good as another 2x2, I'm still going to be using it. You know why? Because I like magnets. It's possible that someone could use a magnetic cube, and even if the magnets make the cube objectively worse, they could still get better with it, because there's a certain quality to magnets. It's fun to use them. It feels so different when you're turning it, and it really motivates me to want to just always be turning this cube and be like, wow, I got a really high-tech cube in my hand here. This is something special. I'm going to practice with this. That's what I feel like when I'm using a magnetic cube. If this were a normal 2x2, no magnets, I would not be motivated to practice it at all. So even if the 2x2 magnets make it worse, I'm still going to use it, and I still think it's going to improve my solves. It's kind of like a placebo effect, and I think this can apply to more things than just cubing in 2x2, but I think that sometimes just using more technology for something will make you motivated to do something that you otherwise wouldn't, even if you could have done it better a different way. Whenever I get a new piece of equipment, like camera equipment or whatever, I always end up using it more, even if I'm doing things that I could have done with the equipment I already had. I just want to use my new stuff and try it out, so it ends up making me more productive. So even when I get something I don't necessarily need or necessarily use all that much, or use to very good effect, having it motivates me to learn more and do more. So I think that getting more stuff and get better technology is good for you. Now, I'm not saying you have to get new technology to be motivated to practice. You can be motivated by many other things. I'm just saying that it's an interesting case where something that could be worse for you to use motivates you to practice something and get better at it. I think this is also one of the reasons I end up learning a lot of new things, is because when I'm learning new things, it's like, ooh, look at this new technology I can use, except the technology, rather than being a piece of equipment, it's the method I'm using. So like ZZCT, I've ended up practicing 3x3 so much more than I ever have in the past because I'm learning it. Same with EG for 2x2, well, I put that on a little bit of a hiatus, learning EG until I got this thing. Now that I have it, I'm starting to learn EG again, and I'm practicing 2x2 way more than ever. In my opinion, doing new things is what motivates me to create more. So anytime I start doing something new, I end up doing more, I end up learning more, and I think it's just good to do in general. I mean, sure, that sounds kind of obvious now that I say it, but I think that's something I've just noticed about myself recently, is that one of the main things that motivates me is when something is new, I want to use it. That's not always a good thing, because sometimes things can't be new and you have to practice with them anyway, but I think that knowing that about myself is going to allow me to find ways to make things new and always be motivated to practice them. So I guess this is a roundabout way of saying, if you can afford it, get a magnetic 2x2 from thecubicle.us using the discount code POCKETS to save 5% off your order. It's a new thing and it'll motivate you to practice. Also, like this video, because that's a new experience for some of you. If it's not a new experience for you, thanks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you 2x tomorrow. That was one of the easiest puns I've ever made.